On February 19, 2026, in Los Angeles. The house where Eric Dane spent his final months grew quiet before sunset. The bed had been moved close to the window. His wife, Rebecca Gayhart, and their 2 daughters stood nearby. The light on the wall slowly faded, his breathing shortened. The man who had once moved with effortless confidence across television screens could no longer lift his right arm. At 53, Eric Dane died from complications of ALS less than a year after telling the world about his diagnosis, but to understand the weight of that final afternoon, you have to rewind. Born in 1972 in San Francisco, Eric grew up in a middle-class Jewish family. When he was just 7 years old, his father died by suicide. It was a loss that reshaped the household overnight. The subject was rarely discussed, but silence has a way of shaping a child. Eric learned early to internalize pain, to observe instead of react. In high school, water polo became his rhythm. Hours in the pool, discipline, breath control, movement, ironically. The body that would later fail him was once his greatest instrument. Acting came almost by accident. A school production of All My Sons sparked something quiet but persistent. After graduation, he made the leap to Los Angeles in 1993. No guarantees, just auditions, small jobs, and patience. Through the 1990s, he appeared in single-episode roles on shows like Saved by the Bell, The Wonder Years, Roseanne, and Married. With children, it was a grind. Show up, deliver, disappear. Repeat. Then came 2005. A single-episode roll-on. Grey's Anatomy as Dr. Mark Sloan. Just a few scenes. One now iconic moment, stepping out of a bathroom with nothing but a towel and confidence. The audience reaction was immediate. McSteamy was born. What was meant to be brief became permanent. By season 3, he was main cast. More than 20 million. Viewers tuned in weekly. Mark Sloan wasn't just charm, he evolved. He loved. He failed. He matured. Eric gave him layers. At the same time, he expanded into film, appearing in X-Men, The Last Stand, Marley and Me, Valentine's Day. But television remained his anchor. After leaving Grey's in 2012, he shifted gears again, leading The Last Ship as Captain Tom Chandler. No flirtation, no nickname, just command and restraint. It proved something important. He wasn't trapped by one role. Then came Euphoria in 2019. As Cal Jacobs, delivered one of the most complex performances of his career. Dark, internal, controlled. A whole new generation met him, not as McSteamy, but as a deeply conflicted father. Behind the scenes, life was never as steady as it looked. A leaked private video in 2009, a struggle with prescription medication after injury, a quiet battle with depression, divorce filing in 2018 that was later withdrawn. He kept working. Then, in April 2025, he announced ALS. At first, it showed in small ways. Hand that trembled turning script pages. Longer pauses between takes. Eventually a wheelchair. Sets adjusted. Cameras moved closer. The crew slowed down without speaking about it. He kept showing up. That's the part that matters. He kept stepping into the frame. As the illness progressed, he held his daughters a little longer. Watched them more closely. A man who had grown up without a father understood exactly what time meant. When the news of his death broke, old clips flooded social media. Mark Sloan in hospital corridors. Cal Jacobs standing in silence. Different roles, same presence. Eric Dane's legacy isn't just a nickname or a viral scene. It's resilience. Reinvention. The quiet professionalism of a man who showed up, did the work, and kept going even when his body was failing him. If stories like this matter to you, stories behind the spotlight, subscribe to Star Memories.